Hi everyone, I'm Trina coming to you from the Expanded Self. This is my first ever Facebook Live and I'm terrified and thrilled all at once. So I just wanted to come and say hello and introduce you to my offering, to my new venture, the Expanded Self. I'm very excited that my website is now live. This is what it looks like. I'll put the link in the comments so you can pop over and have a look, and please do have a look and check out what I have on offer and how I might be able to support you. So I'm going to be coming to you most days on Facebook Live and talking a little bit about what's coming up in the research and how that might apply to your life. So for those of you who don't know me, my background's in research, and I love research, but it's very hard for most people to be able to access and make sense of. So what I'll be doing is talking to you a little bit about what the latest evidence says, and also giving you some tips and tricks on how that can apply to your life. So each week I'll have a bit of a theme. This week I'm going to be talking about self-compassion and how you can foster a little bit more self-compassion in your life, which is probably a fairly timely thing given that many of us might be traveling a little bit more difficultly. There might be a little bit more difficulty in our travel at the moment through our journeys through life, and it's really good for us to have a bit of self-compassion and look after ourselves when things can be a little bit tough. So I'll do that a couple of days this week, and then I'll also give you some tips probably on Friday about how you can bring a little bit more self-compassion into your life. So the first paper that I'm going to be talking about is this one here, and I know you probably can't see it, but I will put info in the comments in case anybody wants to go and check it out further, and I'm happy to provide more information on it if that's useful to you, because it will just be a little quick overview in each of these lives. So this paper is called The Relationship Between Self-Compassion and Sleep Quality. So it's looking at how self-compassion and sleep are associated with each other. It's actually what we call a meta-analysis. That's where researchers take a bunch of papers that have already been published and they pull all the data in those papers and they look at all that data together. That means that there's a lot more power in the statistical analysis that they're able to do. That means that we can trust the results more, that we know that the results are more robust when we've pulled all that data together out of multiple papers. So this paper looks at data from 9 studies, and all up that's about 1,000 participants, which is not an unhealthy sample size to look at. As I said, it looks at the association between self-compassion and sleep. So what they did was they looked at some studies that just looked at, if you reported more self-compassion, did you have better sleep? And what they found was that there was a reasonable association between people who had more self-compassion for themselves and the quality of sleep that they reported. So that means if you feel better about yourself, you're also going to have better quality sleep, or you're likely to have better quality sleep. They also had a bit of a look at some studies that did what we would call an intervention or an experiment, where they guided people through some mindfulness practices around self-compassion and then measured their sleep quality as a consequence or following those mindfulness self-compassion practices. And they found that people's sleep quality did actually improve after they'd been through these mindfulness self-compassion practices. So we've known for quite a while that mindfulness and meditation are really beneficial for a whole lot of aspects in our lives, our mental health and also our sleep. So what this study adds is a little bit more about the nuance of the understanding of what parts of mindfulness and meditation might actually be useful in helping us get better health outcomes. So this paper says that cultivating self-compassion for ourselves can be useful in us getting better quality sleep. So that's all I really wanted to say about the paper for today. If there are any topics that you'd like me to have a look at in the literature, in the evidence base, pop them in the comments. I'm really happy to look at those in upcoming weeks. And pop over to my website. I'll give you the link address now. It's theexpandedself.life. And then if you pop a / and treasures in front of that, you'll see that there's a link there to a free meditation on expanding the gap. So you're welcome to pop over, have a look at the site, download the meditation and enjoy that. And I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves. at this time, and that you're able to foster a little bit more self-compassion. Yay, that's my first Facebook Live done. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.